Hi, I'm Landon Long of InterviewMastermind.com, and in this video, I'm going to teach you 5 hidden secrets on how to write a resume that employers can't ignore. Everyone knows that our economy is in shambles. Jobs are scarce, and everyone is worried about money. As a college student, it can be even scarier because not only do you have to face all the same challenges as everyone else, but you also have to deal with not having any real-world experience, which can really be a major pain in the ass when it comes down to figuring out how to write a resume. After years of studying the hiring process and learning how to become successful with interviewing and landing jobs consistently, I've discovered that the first step in getting hired ultimately comes down to being able to get the interview in the first place. And this can be done by learning how to write a resume. But not just any resume, a resume that will automatically attract employers and hiring managers and literally force them to want to interview you. So what can you do to start learning how to do this? Here are my 5 hidden secrets on how to write a resume. Number 1, learn how hiring managers think. How will you persuade employers to interview you? How can you make yourself look good enough on paper so that hiring managers will be convinced that you're worthy enough to bring in for an interview? That's probably the most challenging assignment there is when it comes to creating a resume. Take Sun Tzu's advice from The Art of War. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Study hiring psychology. Study the hiring process. Figure out what employers are really looking for. Doing this one thing alone can double or triple your chances of getting hired. Number 2, write with their needs in mind. If you give employers what they want, they'll listen to you. What does every employer want in your resume? Well, it's hard to say because every employer has a different position that needs to be filled. It's your job to figure out what they want and deliver on those needs in your resume. And here's a tip. Hiring managers generally ask themselves a few questions when they pick a resume to read. And here they are. Number 1, who cares? Number 2, so what? And number 3, what's in it for me? When you think about it, hiring managers are looking over your resume for their reasons, not yours. They don't care about what you want. They care about what they want. Every employer, every hiring manager, and pretty much every person on earth is the same. Can you provide the answers? If you can't, your employers, well, you won't have any employers. Consider this as part of your research phase. It's an essential step in creating a resume that will nail your future employer's eyes to the page. That is what you want, isn't it? Number 3, select the format that gets results. I get this question a lot from college grads. How should I format my resume? And you know what I tell them? Use whatever format that does the job and gets you the interview. Period. Now, it turns out there are some formats that have been statistically proven to drive the best results, and some formats that have been proven to drive the worst results. Based on my research, I'd recommend using the chronological, accomplishment-based resume format. And I would never, ever use the skills-based or functional resume format. A lot of amateur career centers and career professionals would recommend the skills-based resume for less experienced college grads. And I would have to disagree with them on this, only because I've asked several recruiters and employers about what their preferences were, and to make a long story short, 99.9% of the time, they prefer the chronological accomplishment-based resume format. They almost always ignored any skills-based resume that came across their desk. Number 4, learn how to wordsmith your accomplishments. This is where most of us non-writers get stuck in the resume writing process. How can I make my responsibilities sound really good? The answer? Learn how to write hypnotic text. Learn how to build desire, emotion. Learn how to let your words paint a picture and tell the story of your previous successes. Reel them in with benefits and curiosity, and give them reasons or logic for why they should interview you. Think about the hiring manager's emotional concerns and talk to them in a way they can't ignore. If you do, you'll create a resume that is both persuasive and hypnotic. This is what I see in a lot of resumes written by college students. Typed to perform data entry, answered phones, receptionist duties, something pretty plain like that. Now look at what the same experience could look like with a little wordsmithing done to it. Perform data entry for 16 regional hearing officers as member of an 8-person office team, assisted with email responses, distribution, report generation, and payroll input, help purge backlog of 1,000 obsolete files. So are you beginning to see why it's important to market yourself to employers? Number 5, learn resume design principles. Did you know studies of resume screeners have shown that pretty resumes or more attractive resumes are more likely to get into the interview pile than an average looking resume? It's true. This fact has been proven countless times. Having a resume design that is both simple and professional is crucial if you want to be able to stand out amongst the masses. The key is to make your resume look inviting and easy to read. You have to ask yourself, if I were forced to read through thousands of resumes as my job, which ones would I naturally be biased towards before ever reading a single word? This is why I recommend that you use short paragraphs, bullet points, and wide margins. If you pick up a resume and it's a solid block of text, would you want to read it? Probably not. It's not inviting, and it looks like work. Instead, make your resume attractive. How you lay out your resume can make people like it before they even read it, and this can be very powerful. As you can imagine, how you use these secrets is up to you. Go through your resume, go through the entire document with these pointers in mind. Look for places to rewrite, reformat, or in any other way, grab and hold your reader's attention. And as you absorb this information, you'll see that a resume is not merely a piece of paper used to convey your work experience, but it's actually a marketing tool used to promote you as someone worthy of a job interview. You see the difference? So if you like these resume tips, there's plenty more where this came from. If you're having problems with getting interviewed or getting hired in today's recession, then go to www.interviewmastermind.com/free course and sign up to get my special 4-part mini course on how to get your resume to stand out in a slow economy. If you sign up, I'm also going to throw in 4 free issues of my Advanced Interview Secrets newsletter, and the first one will get sent to your email right away. So don't delay and go visit interviewmastermind.com/free course and stay tuned for the next episode of Job Interview Tips That Work. Again, this is Landon Long of interviewmastermind.com. Thanks for watching.